Hello, everyone. This is 𝗢'𝗢𝗢𝗡𝗢𝗥, and thank you so much for joining us in this new call of Your Divine Uniqueness. So thank you so much for those of you who will be joining live, who are joining us now live, and also thanks to those who will be either listening or watching the replay. So thank you for sharing with us this space and time. And also very excited that 𝗢'𝗖𝗢𝗢𝗡𝗢𝗢 is back on the show. I think this is the third or fourth time. And we received really amazing feedback from the last calls that we had with her, and especially the last one. It was really powerful, where she really helped us. She channeled and shared high frequency codes, so it can help us to embody and also integrate our cosmic selves and our galactic aspects. And it was really powerful. Also during the Q&A, it was really amazing. So very excited that she's back today. For those of you who are new to her, she is the founder of Divine Temple, sacred architect, scribe of infinite knowledge and divine love, and initiated into the lineage of thought. And today we'll go even more deeper than the last call, and we'll be talking about embodying your cosmic self. And yeah, so maybe we'll get more understanding about that, but also not just about words, but also embodying and feeling that energy within our bodies and in bringing those codes to this physical reality. So very excited about the call. Also, we'll have a Q&A later on the call, so you can ask your questions. So if you want to talk to Catherine, you can raise your hand by pressing on reactions, then raise hand on Zoom. Also, you can raise your hand by pressing on *9 on your phone. And also you can type your questions on the chat boxes, both on Zoom and YouTube. And yeah, so with that, Catherine, welcome back to the show. Happy to have you with us today.
Thank you, Monsef. It's really delightful to be here again and to be speaking about the same subject and just going a little bit deeper into it. It's such a wide topic with so much kind of unknowns in it, I think now, that as we kind of dive deeper and kind of discover more about it, it gets kind of more juicy and more exciting. So I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, wonderful. And maybe just for those who weren't with us the last time, maybe if you can give us a very brief introduction about what is the cosmic self, or what are our galactic aspects?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's interesting tuning in before the call. The guides were very
of course.
You know, there'll be some absolute experience of those cosmic energies, and they'd like to bring in some energies for each of you, so you actually get to experience what those cosmic energies can be like. But essentially, I'm not quite sure where to dive in, but at what level. So all of us are connected to the cosmos. All of us have cosmic dimensions, and those cosmic dimensions are dimensions in which we're residing, we're living in, we're operating in, but often in the reality in our kind of in what we are connected to consciously, we may not be aware of those dimensional frequencies that we are essentially residing in. So so coming into those into the awareness and the experience of those cosmic dimensions is a bit like kind of widening our bandwidth. It's a bit like kind of getting kind of wider and taller, and bringing in frequencies that we may not have experienced on this Earth star, or we may have experienced, but maybe there is more to experience in that. And what that starts to do is it starts to recalibrate our system to higher consciousness, or to higher states of being, which we often term as joy, love, synchronicity, those sorts of experiences. And it doesn't take away from our human experience. So it doesn't take away from the fact that we also have, you know, a physical body. We feel, we think. It doesn't take away from that. It deepens the experience of that and broadens the experience, so we have a higher perspective on all of that is running in our system. So it's a bit like we're engaging in our life, but we have all these extra dimensions of ourselves running and online. And that also starts to affect our DNA. So our DNA starts to recalibrate to these higher consciousness ways of being. So essentially it's an opening up, a broadening up, a remembering of deeper and more kind of other dimensions of ourselves, or other aspects of ourselves. And integrating that brings in that higher consciousness experience much more in a streamlined and very efficient way. And the other thing I would that's really important, I think, is that it's not like all the frequencies in the cosmos ours are going to suit us. So it's like we receive what we receive that's right for us to receive, and we connect to the cosmic frequencies or the dimensions of ourselves that are us. So that's another essential piece of it.
Yeah.
And of course, the divine is part of that as well. So there is what you might call the verse of the divine, where there is that divine self.
Thank you so much, Catherine. And yeah, I love that in your definition, it's both like about what it is and also how it can be experienced in the physical life, like as synchronicities or more openness. Because many times when we talk about these subjects, we try to understand with the mind how it can be reflected in our human experience. And so yeah, thank you for that. And you said you wanted to start with maybe a grounding or process.
Yes, well, one of the kind of when I was tuning in, one of the kind of suggestions from the guides was to bring into some cosmic frequencies for each of you. So you each get to experience your the cosmic frequencies that are aligned for you. So that's a small process. It's not a huge process. So I can deepen into that now, or if you have any questions, that's really cool too.
Yeah, just check in because Catherine she asked to make the sound higher. I don't know if it's me or you. So just check in also with others if you have a good sound or not.
I'll check my settings actually once here.
Okay. Yeah, Lisa also, she said a bit low.
So, okay, is that better? I've increased my sound.
Yeah, yeah.
Great, fantastic.
Yes, thank you. So, you asked me a question, or?
Yes. I'm saying we can go into that kind of that mini process of experiencing the cosmic frequencies, I was wondering if you have more questions. So really it was a choice.
We start with the mini process, and then we go to the questions.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so we can go and so nahasha arana akai. So anarana aka aka nekia aka aka nekirana she iarana ahaka nekirana ase narana kia rana ka aka aka nekia isharana asharana aka aka neki aka aka nekirana se iarana ka aka aka nekia. So there are many, 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 many galactic frequencies that are available and that are optimal for each of you. And so what we would like to do is to open a stargate, and this is a universal stargate. This is a Nahasharaka Aka Inaraka Aka, one of the ways in which we often bring in cosmic codes or cosmic frequencies is to open a stargate to the cosmos and have it calibrated to in this instance, you receiving cosmic frequencies or cosmic dimensions of yourself so that you get to experience these frequencies Shurana Asharaka Aka in a very palatable way. Shurana Asharaka Kirana Ashe Kirana Aka Aka Kirana Asha Aka. And for some of you, this may be receiving those cosmic aspects of yourself that are either new to you or that have been developed, and then this is a deepening of that process. So as we open the universal stargate, it has been opening with crystals, colors, and numbers. And there are many galactic beings present. This is a wide council that is gathered, who are all supporting this process for each of you. So you might notice that each of you has alongside you what you might call a galactic guide that's dropped in for this call together, to support this process for you. So as the universal stargate is opened, we open an individual stargate over each of you. You may imagine the stargate or feel it over the crown of your head. And if it's positioned somewhere else, for some of you that might be behind at the back of the heart, this is perfect. Just know that it is positioned in exactly the right place for you. It's an individual stargate. So calibrated to you and to that which is optimal for you to receive in this present moment. Sharana inarana ashe kirana aka akane kia iarana ka aka akane kia. Sharana aka. So calling in the energies of multidimensionality. Sharana ashiraka ka aka akane kira shiraka ka aka akane kia iaka akane ki ashiraka ka aka. And the energies of being able to communicate between the dimensions. Shiraka ka aka in which you reside. Ashiraka ka aka akane kia. So each dimension is calibrated to the highest expression possible, and to communication between the dimensions, and to your consciousness, that you become conscious of this. And it begins to calibrate your life in a way that is optimal for you. And your experience on the Earth star, fully grounded on the Earth star and receiving those cosmic frequencies that are optimal for your system, that nurture your system, that feed your inner soul light and feed your divine light. So you may notice that as we deepen into this, there is frequencies coming in through this individual stargate with the support of the star being. For each of you. For some of you, this ignites an aspect of you within this dimensional frequency of the cosmos, but also within your Earth star experience. And for others of you, it brings in frequencies that nurture your system, either in the physical, the emotional, or the mental realm, the soul, or the divine. As the divine is part of the cosmos, there are also divine frequencies entering that are optimal for each of you. So we'll move into some moments of silence as we hold the space to continue to allow you to receive. 𝗖𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓. And we also invite the frequency of divine love to support this process for each of you. For some of you, there are beautiful star beings who are just very gently adjusting your system so that you receive that which you're here to receive. We really want you to hear and to know that you are star beings, that you are cosmic and divine. You've each incarnated on this planet with a divine purpose or a soul purpose, with a mission, with a desire. And a big part of this desire is to be fully incarnated on the Earth star. And these frequencies that you are receiving today are unique and bespoke to you to support this process of you incarnating fully on the Earth star. And part of incarnating fully on the Earth star is receiving these cosmic and divine dimensions of yourself and receiving these cosmic frequencies whilst remaining fully grounded on the Earth star. So also receiving in this moment from the Earth star, her cosmic frequencies, her divine frequencies. 𝗖𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 to support you in this process of fully incarnating all of you. 𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 awaken. Ite ina ane iarana kaiana. Iarana iarana na ia a she. Iarana ke ke. These frequencies support your physical body. They support your emotional body. They support your mental body. and they support the spiritual bodies, the divine within and the divine without. They are aspects of you. So we have a sense, we have reach that point of fullness that is optimal for many of you. So we bring in some integrating frequencies to assist your system to integrate this. And we offer each of you a crystalline vortex of energy to be with you for the next sort of 12 hours to support your system to fully integrate the energies that you received and the connections that you've made. You may call back any soul aspects or any dimensions of yourselves that are just ready to come back at this point through these frequencies, through these energies. As this crystalline vortex is created for each of you, to integrate and hold these frequencies. If you step forward on your path, shining your individual lights, and igniting with each step that you take and each breath that you take, the divine within, the divine without, and the cosmic self. And the flower of life is also present here to support this process. As this is a beautiful sacred geometry to connect to the cosmos or to those cosmic dimensions of yourself and assist you to integrate them. So we complete this piece of the of this experience for you. So just as you're ready, you may gently bring yourselves back into this waking reality, just as you're ready.
Thank you very much, Catherine.
Pleasure.
Yeah, it was a powerful one for me. At some point, it felt it's like that aspect of myself who has a deep knowing, like very grounded. Like no matter what's happening within, it's aware, and yeah, it's more like watching, but holding the space at the same time. So that experience. It's really nice when it happens. And yeah, so also everyone, we would love to hear your feedback. You can type it on the chat box, or also if you have questions, you can raise your hand by pressing reactions and raise hand. And also you can type the questions on the chat boxes on YouTube and Zoom. And I had a question. Tanya shared, your light language gave me shivers in a good way. As we were sharing about facilitating the process, many times when we want to embody those aspects of ourselves, our divine selves or cosmic self, many times we try to see it, we have expectations that it should be something unusual, that it's not, maybe not human. And many times we keep there in that aspect, and whatever happens to us, we are not aware of the shifts that is happening to us, and we are not feeling it. So what's your opinion about that, and how you see? Yeah, that's the question.
Oh, that's a beautiful question. That's such a deep and wide question. So what I'm hearing you ask is, often we're not aware of the shifts, and that might be deepening into our cosmic self, or it may be actually, it may be other shifts that we're experiencing in our lives. The initial thing is often we don't feel the shifts that we're making until further down the track, when there's an opportunity to reflect on how it was. So it's a bit like walking in the forest, and as we walk through the, through the bush or through the forest, or I'm not sure what you call it in the state, in various parts of the country, in various parts of the world. But there are many, we're walking through trees, and we're walking along paths, and it can kind of almost look the same, but in actual fact, we are moving through the forest, we're moving through the bush. And it's not until we come to a place and we stop and we kind of look back and we see where we've come from. So it can be a little bit like that. The other aspect of the guides are kind of just that. So I'm kind of at the forefront at the moment, and the guides are kind of present, and what they're bringing forward is that sense of trust, that 𝗖𝗔𝗧𝗛𝗡𝗥𝗡𝗢𝗢𝗡𝗢𝗡. So they're saying, like, change is inevitable, growth is inevitable. When you feel like you're not moving, or feel like you're not connecting, or you're not experiencing that thing, to relax, and know that you are experiencing that. It's just a sometimes the consciousness takes a moment or some moments to catch up and recognize that which you have experienced and that which you have garnered. And that each day, each of you, as you consciously travel the path, and consciously choose to be on this path of soul growth, or be on this path of discovery and inquiry, there is a natural opening that happens in your system in each moment, because we see you, we see the deep desire in your heart to incarnate the fullness of yourself, and to walk your soul path in whatever way is right for you. You are fully supported in this process. And in part of being fully supported in this process is the growth, is the ignition of that which you truly are. And this happens on a really subtle level sometimes, in small instances as you walk your life and make choices. It happens through the cosmic frequencies that are constantly hitting the Earth star. It happens through the frequencies that come through the sun. It happens through the Earth star raising her frequencies. It happens in so many different ways that sometimes it is really challenging for you to really understand or know at a deep level, like what's moving, what's shifting, what's causing the shifts. Why am I feeling kind of off today and feeling great the next day? And it's simply that your system is in a constant recalibration. And this is a really fast time on the Earth star. Things are moving very fast. So it is natural that that your consciousness may not quite be keeping up to the shifts and changes that you are making. So simply know, and in an experience like you've just experienced now, if you feel like, oh, I didn't kind of get it, or I didn't receive anything much, or I don't know what happened, what we would say is trust. Know that you received exactly what was right for you, and that the manifestation of that may not dawn on you, or may not become apparent right now, but it will, as you continue to walk the path. Does that answer your question, Monsieur?
Yeah, it does, absolutely. Thank you very much. And Ellen shared, I so much love the idea about being nourished by our Earth star, for me, it's very physical and very soothing and without fear. As before, thank you so much. Thank you, Ellen. And also, I have another question is, when we start opening our hearts and opening ourselves to embody more of our cosmic self and divine self, along this path, like we become more and more aware of the frequencies that are available to us, and also, like you said, I think before we start the process, that there are frequencies that resonate with us and others not. And also, sometimes I notice is many times if there's a frequency, whether it's a message or feeling or something, maybe automatically we think this is our truth or this is our guidance without trying to see within if it's frequency that resonates with us or not. Is this something that you see happening for humans in general as they are becoming more and more aware? Maybe they become awake or more aware of the higher, not the higher aspect, the energetic level of this experience?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question, Monsieur. So yes and no would be my kind of. So I'm being called. I'm being called just to note, just to run back to the comment around the Earth star, just to say yes, those Earth star frequencies are really important to be nourished by the Earth star. It really helps with kind of being present in this life. And then coming back, circling back to your question, Monsieur, my senses and the guides are also kind of channeling this. This is a combination of me and the guides. That yes, there's so much. I think this is what your question is pointing to. Is there is so much out there now in terms of frequency, so much choice around like what to pick up and what not to pick up. And when we first come, I think when we first come into, and certainly when I first came into this area, there is so much choice, and it is a little bit like a smorgasbord of possibility, and being able to hone in on what is right for you as an individual or what is right for a person can take some time. So there can be that time of tasting, of just checking things out and finding out like what feels good and what doesn't feel good. And then there's a process of choosing, of going, okay, like intuitively, or this really resonates with me, or like I want to go a little bit deeper with these particular frequencies because they really feel good and nourishing. Then that's kind of, I think, almost a natural process. What might, or what always is the possibility is that people may get not move beyond that smorgasbord stage. So there is that. I do wonder, and it's not really an observation. It's more that I could see the possibility that it might be challenging to make a choice, and I do think it's important to make a choice because it's. I think our systems can get overwhelmed by too many different frequencies, and everything out there is so beautiful that sometimes that's really challenging. But yes, I think there are some that are really bespoke for us and meant for us, and some that are resonant and meant for someone else, and that's why there's so much out there. So that's my sense of the truth of that. And the guides are in the background, kind of,
I love your answer, and as you were sharing that, I thought about like when we have difficulties making choice. Sometimes it can be because of past traumas. Maybe we have some fears, like fear of missing out, of maybe not good enough, so we don't know exactly what will be right for us. So it's things maybe like being aware of what's happening within us and holding the space. And as we also go through our healing process, like this can help maybe make the choice easier. Taking the choice makes easier.
Yeah, that's beautiful, Monsif. That is so accurate. So the guide's got a bit of light language around that, so I'll just bring that in. So inarana aka akane kiarana ashe ake. So as Monsif has brought through this beautiful question, asharaka aka akane kia, to assist each of you to make the choice that is aligned for you in terms of the frequencies that you choose, na asharaka aka akane ki, asharaka aka ake, to deepen into, to experience more of. Shurana asharaka aka akane ki, asharaka aka akane kia, through the vibration of the heart, na asharaka aka, through the vibration of love. Shurana asharaka aka akane kia, we invite each of you, shuraka aka akane ki ake, as it is aligned for you. Shurana asharaka aka akane ki, asharaka aka akane kia, if you choose na asharaka ake, to release na asharaka aka ina ake, anything that is arising in this now moment. Shurana asharaka aka akane ki, asharaka ake, that may be from past lives, may be from present lifetime. Shuraka ake, that you may articulate or name as a trauma. Shuraka aka akane ki, asharaka ake, that is standing in the way of you truly embodying your full self. Na asharaka aka akane ki, asharaka aka akane ki, asharaka ake, sharaka ake, ake, and choosing na asharaka ake, that which is aligned for you. Sharaka ake, that which is right for you. Sharaka ake, that which is optimal for you. Shurana asharaka ki rana asharaka ake, and this may play out na asharaka ake as feeling not good enough. Sharaka ake, or fear of getting it wrong or making mistakes. Na asharaka ake ne ki ake ne, or fear of being visible with your divine gifts and your genius of your soul and divine light. Shurana asharaka ake ne ki, asharaka ake ne ki, arana asharaka ake, sharaka ake, and inviting the very root of this. Na asharaka ake ne ki, asharaka ake ne ki, to be located. Na asharaka ake ne ki, asharana ake ne ki, asharaka ake ne ki ake. Shurana ashe irana ake ake ne ki ake, to be dissolved. Na asharaka ake, shurana asharaka ake, or sent back to the light. Shurana asharaka ake ne ki arana ake, and calling on the cosmic frequencies that you've just received to support your system to release na asharaka ake ne ki, asharaka ake, 𝗖𝗓𝗓𝗓 asharaka ake, anything that is standing in the way of you making these aligned choices. Shurana asharaka ake ne ki, ashe 𝗖𝗓𝗓 ake, and stepping into the fullness of who you are. Shurana asharaka ake, both as a galactic being, Shurana asharaka ake, an earth star being, Shurana ake, and a divine being, asharaka ki ake, across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. Asharana asharaka ake, asharaka ake, ina ake, Shana ake, 𝗖𝗓𝗓𝗓 ake, ni asharaka ake, de sina arana ana ake. 𝗖𝗓𝗓𝗓 kiarana ki aka ake ne, asharaki ia aka ake ne kia. Taking a moment to integrate that. Light and love. Ashane kia aka aka ne kia. Isharana isharana ka aka aka ne kia. Just allowing that process to complete for now, and knowing that each of you have the innate gift to choose that which is aligned for you. Anarana kia. there's one, I can see there's a question there. So there's one small note in that is that you can use these cosmic frequencies to really support these processes of release. So that's another kind of piece of that cosmic soul.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much, Catherine. And
pleasure.
Yeah, we already started receiving questions. Also, we have maybe 20 minutes left. I would like if first you can maybe share with us a little bit about the one-on-one session you are offering. It's 45 minutes cosmic soul activation. It's for 45 minutes one-on-one private session. And so this time we have a limited number of 20 sessions. And I invite everyone to visit the link yourdivineuniqueness.com /Catherine, yourdivineuniqueness.com /Catherine, 𝗖𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗡𝗢𝗢. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page or later on the replay page. Also, I will put the link on the chat boxes on both Zoom and YouTube, and also on YouTube description. So, Catherine, I would love if you can tell us about this session. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, so that session is calibrated to activate the cosmic soul. It's also calibrated to for you to receive or to deepen into an aspect of your life, either internally, so something that you might be wanting to deepen into inside yourself, either to shift or to upgrade. Or it may be something in your life that you're wanting to look at. So we activate the cosmic soul to support the process of that which you are most desiring out of a 45-minute time together. And what I would say is that the guides in those sessions, the guides come in like they're very powerful sessions. Yeah, they're designed to be very full one-off, very powerful sessions. So we set it up with a 24-hour vortex. So from about an hour before the session, I put you into a vortex of nourishing energies that will run for 24 hours. So that supports the process. Yeah, the session can be calibrated in a way that is really bespoke for you. So that might be deepening into this cosmic soul in fullness, or it may be activating this cosmic soul in order to work with some of the things that you bring to the altar. That might be internal shifts and alignments, or maybe something in your own life that you're wanting to have more clarity and understanding around, or some shifts in regards to. And then what I would say is those one-on-one sessions can then dovetail into some of the other, into working together at a deeper level and continue to work together if that feels aligned. So again, it's another way to experience the work on a one-to-one basis, to find out how it feels to work with these frequencies and whether they are aligned for you or whether they're a good fit or not. So that's another aspect of these 45-minute sessions.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much, Catherine. So as always, very grateful to you to share your time and work with our audience. So, and also everyone, I highly recommend that you sign up for this session. I really love the energy that's Catherine embodies and also shares with us. And also the messages can be very, very, as you say, very helpful, very supportive, bring in awareness. And also it's, for me, like the experiences that we had, I think, on the call and also before, like the first time that we connected online, it was very feeling in the body, like very deep awareness of my truth, my divinity during that experience. And yeah, so again, the link is yourdivineuniqueness.com /Catherine, yourdivineuniqueness.com /Catherine, 𝗖𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live event page, later on the replay page. Also, the link will be on YouTube video description and the chat boxes. So can we take questions from the audience? Yeah.
Yes.
So Jill, can you please unmute yourself?
Yes. Hi, Monsef and Catherine.
Jill.
You know, I actually just wanted to make a comment because I did the session with Catherine, and then I am working with her now. And for anybody who is curious or interested, I will tell you it is very, very powerful. And Catherine is like unraveling stuff that other people haven't been able to find that I know is there, but didn't have words for. And her sessions are also very palpable, like I could really feel a lot physically. And so, you know, if you're called, I just highly, highly recommend. And I'm very grateful for you, Catherine.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for that. And yeah,
You're welcome.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jill. And let's see. I have a question from Linda. I seem to be taking in so many downloads within, and as I receive, I just keep believing they are taking hold. But as I try to step forward in my path, a complete exhaustion comes over me. It is like something outside of myself is trying to stop me from doing this. Can you suggest a way to override that and reconnect with the excitement and energy to step into what I came here to do? Thank you. I love my guides so much and wish to fulfill what we are here to do together.
Goodness. Okay, there's so much that is like there are many possibilities in there, Linda. So just let me tune in a little bit. So I'm going to let the guides speak, and I don't know what they're going to say. So sometimes I get a sense of what's going to come forward, and other times I have like zero sense. Anarana ashe ka akai. So Linda, inarana ashia ka akai. As we tune into your system, naarana asha aka akai ne kia ashe. You have an energy. Oh, na ashi arana aka aka ne kia rana ashe kia aka aka ne kia aka aka ne kia. Irana ashe inarana aka aka ne kia rana ashe aka aka ne kia. So there is a request, and so this is happening as we're working with you, as we're with you now. There is a request from your system to integrate all that you're receiving. So these downloads that you're receiving, we're not 100% certain how you're receiving them, whether it's on calls like this or whether it's in your own meditation time or through other practices. But your system is asking to recalibrate to these downloads. And part of the process of recalibrating to these downloads is integrating them. And part of the process of integrating them is just giving the physical body time to recalibrate to be able to integrate them. So it's like the downloads, a lot of the downloads are in your system, and they're wanting to kind of be part, to integrate into the whole of you, so integrate into your physical body as well as the other dimensional aspects of yourself. So this is one aspect of that which is happening. And there is a requirement from yourself to be really nurturing, to really be very, very nurturing of yourself, to spend some time, and we don't know if you do this, but to spend some time nurturing yourself in whatever way feels aligned for you, whether it's walking, whether it's having a massage, but all of this will help integrate. Now, there is also possibly another dimensional aspect of yourself that is, it may be part of yourself or it may not be, that is kind of standing in the way. And that really, to work with that, probably like we would suggest that you either connect with Catherine or the practitioner that you feel very aligned with, and work with that you're talking, that aspect that you say feels like it's blocking. So that's something different. So it's like there's a few things going on, and that really, to really work with that requires, we would suggest or recommend a one-on-one in some form with someone, or you could possibly do it in your meditations. We're not 100% certain of like what you have on the ground in terms of support systems, both internally and externally. So does that answer your question to the degree that we can answer it in this call together?
Yes, Linda, we'd love to hear your feedback. You can type it on the chat. So in the meantime, it's from Tina. She's having very physical experiences with the frequencies. Like, if you would like to comment, like feeling like thirsty or maybe vomiting.
Yeah, I did read that. So Tina, we read that a little bit earlier. So we've just been very gently downloading a few integrating frequencies. So it's possible that what's happening is your system is, there we go, that some of these frequencies are so new that that you, there we go, that you're needing space and time to integrate. So know that the physical symptom will pass, and to drink some drink some alkalizing kind of substance, kind of water with some something that's quite alkalizing for your system, like you're okay, essentially, and this will pass. It's part of the process, and it's also pointing to things that are in you that are desiring to dissolve. So it is also kind of old frequencies arising to be dissolved, and they're coming out like they're in your physical body, so you're experiencing them in a physical way through that sense of feeling like you want to vomit. That's pretty extreme. That is an extreme response, but it is partly what's been highlighted for you. And you wouldn't have that experience unless you are ready for it, is the other thing we would say. So take the time in perhaps meditation to dissolve that which is coming up, or again, perhaps work with a practitioner to assist you just to release that which has been shown to you through this experience. And then the other thing is to tend to your physical body by having some natural juice or something that will actually soothe that experience. And at the same time, we're bringing in frequencies just to kind of almost just soften this for you. And we'll continue to do so through the call as we answer other questions.
Yeah. Thank you, Catherine. Tina Short, I will do that. Thank you. I do tend to hold a lot in my stomach. Yeah. And also, Linda, thank you. Yes, I do appreciate your insights, and shall step forward with it. I can feel that thing trying to block me. Exhaustion seems to come from battling with it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. We have maybe a couple of minutes left. Can we take one more question?
Yes, I can take one more.
So, so it's from Destiny. Where is it? I sense an energy at my left jaw and head that came in and is not me. A sense of energy that is not me. Could Catherine look into it, please?
Well, what's the name of the person?
Destiny.
Destiny. Okay. Oh, okay. Na asha raka ka aka aka ne kia rana ashe ina rana aka aka. So again, this is a rebalancing. Na asha raka ka aka aka ne ki arana asha raka ka aka aka ne kia. So just bringing some light language in quickly as we just have a couple of minutes here to assist you. Shirana asha raka ka aka aka ne ki aka, to have these energies balanced. And this is for the whole group. So we'll bring in energies for the whole group for any recalibration, any rebalancing that is required from your system, from the energies that you've received today, or from your life in general. Na asha raka ka aka aka ne ki aka, and specifically for you, Destiny, for your jaw. Shirana asha raka ka aka, and just allowing anything that is not you to release back to the light. Shirana asha raka ka aka, from the source from which it came. Na asha raka ka aka aka ne ki asha raka ka aka aka, and calling all of your energy back to you. Sharana asha raka ka aka aka ne kia rana she na aka aka ne kia. And with that, as we come to the end of the call, na asha raka ka aka, each of those star beings is Sharana asha raka ka aka aka, stepping back and going into the dimension in which they were most optimal for them. Na asha raka ka aka aka ne ki ara na asha raka ka aka. The individual stargates are closing. Na asha raka ka aka. The vortex will remain, but the individual stargates are closing. Asha na asha raka ka aka aka ne ki aka. And the universal stargate is closing. Anaranai shi aka aka ne ki aranai. Aranane, aranana, ane, ia, she, na, aka, ne, kiai, iranai, kai. And that completes, and it is with love and light and gratitude that we have been able to connect and be present with each of you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Catherine. Yeah, so grateful to you. Yeah, it's always a pleasure and joy to have you with us on the show. It's always a powerful experience, like since the first one I remember. And so thank you so much for that. Thank you for the process you did today, or the processes, and also the guidance that you gave to our audience. So thank you so much.
Pleasure, Monsi.
And also everyone, yeah, Tina Shirot's fantastic call. Thank you both so much. Thank you, Tina. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us today, co-creating with us this really wonderful experience, and sharing with us your beautiful energies, sharing your questions and also comments. And again, you can sign up to the 45 minutes one-on-one private session with Catherine on the link yourdivineuniqueness.com/Catherine, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Catherine, 𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page. And the link also will be on YouTube video description and the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube. And yeah, so this time we have 20 sessions offered. Yeah, so with that, everyone, I'm sending you so much love, and we see you on the next call. Bye-bye, everyone.